This is Zeke with Muddy River Fishing Buddies, and I'm out here. I'll make another video, and I've got a little bit different purpose for this one. I caught a fish last week. I went fishing, and I was videoing, but it got dark and my battery from my light was dead, so I couldn't video it. But I caught a 12-pound blue, which ain't a monster fish, but it was the biggest one I'd caught in a little while, and I enjoyed it. So I take a picture of it, I send it to my buddy, and he texts me back and he says, I wish I knew how that felt. So I got to thinking about that, and I know that I'm out here and I catch fish sometimes, and sometimes I catch a lot of fish, and sometimes I don't. But I thought that I would give a little tutorial kind of thing, or a little bit of, I guess, share a little bit of wisdom. I don't have a whole lot, so it won't take long, but on what I do to catch a catfish. Now, in my years, I've done some studying. I've done a lot of reading on magazines, a lot of internet stuff on catfish, and all of them that I've ever read about, you find them in the water. Catfish live in the water. So if you're going to catch a catfish, more than likely you're going to have to go to where there's water. I don't think that you can catch one sitting on the couch. I don't think you can catch one on a golf course. You're going to have to go somewhere where there's water, whether it be a river, like where I'm at now, a lake, a pond, a creek. Probably not a mud hole. Probably won't work. You can try it. I don't think it'd be too successful there, but somewhere you got to go to water, because catfish live in water. I have a boat. You don't have to have a boat. You can catch catfish if you go to the water where they live. You can catch them off the bank. You can get off the bank of the river, the lake, the pond, the creek, whatever. I have caught them off the bank before. There's several different ways that you can catch catfish. Today I'm going to use the rod and reel method. I've put a video out before with that, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a fishing pole, and I guess you could noodle. You could get in the water and stick your hands under holes or something like that and pull some out. There's trot lines, there's noodles, like jugs. I got some yo-yos I'm going to try here before long. And there's different kind of ways to catch catfish, but my preferred method is the rod and reel. And so that's what I'm going to do. And something like this, and it depends on how big of a catfish you want to catch. I mean, if you want to catch a good catfish, this is a good sized reel. I've caught, well, this is the new one, the green bean that I had. I caught 45, 46 pound catfish on it. I caught big drum on it. But this right here, I'll handle it. I think it's like 30-pound test line on it. I got 50-pound leader line on that. I got a 8/0 circle hook on it, and that's what I use to catch catfish. With all the research that I've done, catfish, the best way to catch a catfish with a rod and reel is you put bait on a hook. And the bait that I'm going to use today is gizzard shad. This is basically what one looks like. And I could put the whole thing on there, and I could bait with one hook, or I could cut this thing in about 3 or 4 pieces, and I could bait 3 or 4 hooks. That's what I want to do. So I've got the bait on the hook, on the rod and reel, and I'm going to cast this out into the water where the catfish live. set that down, and I'm going to wait till the catfish finds it and eats it. Hook with bait on a rod and reel. Now you wait on the catfish to smell the bait, come to it, and eat it. You don't have to have shad. You can use, I mean, there's all kind of baits. Catfish eat a lot of things. They eat shad, they eat brim, they eat crappie, they eat different kind of fish that you find in the same body of water that they're in, which is their natural bait. You can get shrimp, you can get hot dogs, you can get chicken. They eat raw chicken, they eat jello chicken, they eat chicken livers, chicken gizzards, chicken hearts, chicken strips, chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, boiled chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, sauteed chicken, chicken kebab. That's probably about it. I've heard of people that say they eat bubble gum. I've heard people catch them with soap. There's any number of things that you can use to catch catfish, but the main thing is you've got to have some type of bait for them to eat if you're going to catch them with a rod and reel, with the trot line, with the noodles, with the yo-yos. You've got to have some kind of bait because it's going to be with a hook. Now we set up and we wait. The river temperature here is 57 degrees. It was about, there's something in there biting that. It's a fish because it's in the water, and fish live in the water. There's other fish in here that eat too, like gar. That might be what that is. We'll see. I have a feeling that's a gar. He's pulling on it, but he ain't committed. Well, whatever it was, he's on there now. He's hung up in this other rod. There's another one. right there you have it. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Channel cat. That one's no monster. But that's how you do it. You have bait on a hook, on a rod and reel, and you cast it in the water. Why? Because catfish live in the water. There's another, a little bit bigger, but no monster. The thing about catfishing, the thing about any fishing, is if you do those steps, you put bait in the water where fish live, you don't know what size you're going to catch. It could be a smaller one like those, or it could be a more bigger one. Caught him with bait in the water where fish live. There's another one. This one's fighting a little bit better. This might be the biggest one of them yet. He's coming towards the base. Again, ain't caught no giant, but that's the same way that you catch a giant. The same method, same pattern, same thing. That green light, that means there's a fish biting it. This one's gonna be the biggest one I'm gonna get. may have to get the net for this one. Oh, he's feisty. About now, though. He's about 8 pounds. Channel cat. Good sized channel cat. 4 channel cat. Getting a little bigger. See if there's one out there a little bit bigger. Those big ones, they gotta eat too. They don't get big without eating. There's another one. The old bite alert. White lightning. Another one. All of them been channel cats tonight, but that's okay. That's what, number 5. I've been out probably 2 hours. The day is the 2nd day of spring, March 22nd. Water temperature is 57.43 degrees in here in the river, and they're starting to bite. I've been waiting on this all winter. Well, that's going to be it for me for tonight. I'm dedicating this video to my buddy Jerome. He's the one that texted me that he'd like to know how that feels to catch a 12-pounder. So hopefully this will give him some information. Thing about it, Jerome has a boat. So what Jerome needs to do is he needs to hook that truck to that boat, put his fishing rods in there, drive that boat to some water. Why? Everybody? Because catfish live in the water. Put that boat in the water, get some bait, bait a hook, cast it out into the water where the fish live, and then start reeling them in when they eat it. Jerome can do it, I can do it, you can do it. You never know what you're going to catch until you throw. This is Zeke with Muddy River Fishing Buddies, signing off till the next time.